Hello students, I'm Vartika. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe at home. This lecture is for class 5, subject English grammar, chapter 1 sentences, lecture 5. This is our lecture number 5. So let's begin with the lecture. In our lecture 1, we studied types of sentences. According to our book or the types which are given in our book, there are 4. How many types of there in our book? There are 4 types. First type, declarative. First type is declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are simple sentences in which simple statements are given. Second type is imperative. In imperative sentences, orders, requests or commands are given. Third is interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, questions are asked. In interrogative sentences, questions are asked. Our last type is exclamatory. In exclamatory sentences, any sudden feeling or reaction is shown. These sentences end with an exclamation mark, and interrogative sentences always end with the question mark. Declarative and imperative sentences end with the full stop, and we call it a period also. Look, now we will study declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are also called assertive sentences. Yes, these are also called assertive sentences. Now, these are divided in 2 parts. There are 2 parts of declarative sentences. First is affirmative sentences. Second is negative sentences. Affirmative sentences are simple statements. Like, let's study examples. First, I like this painting. Second, his mother bought a blue dress. Negative sentences. Negative sentences are the sentences in which some negative is shown, means where no is there. Like, I do not like this painting. His mother did not buy a blue dress. Now, in this lecture, our main motive is to study change of affirmative sentences into negative. Or we will learn change of affirmative sentences into negative. Now there are few rules, and the rules are according to tenses. And in this whole lecture, we will study change of affirmative sentences into negative in present tense. So here, as you can see in the sheet, it is about simple present tense. Negative sentences. In negative sentences in simple present tense, we use don't with the subjects like I, you, we, they. With all these type of subjects, or we can say where the subject is plural, we use don't. And where the subject is singular, or we can say with third person singulars, we use doesn't. Here, I is first person, you is second, we and they, these both are third person, and these both subjects are plural. And here all these 3 subjects are singular. So with third person singular subjects we use doesn't. Now, as I told you, in the whole lecture we will study to convert sentences in negative, and we will study all types of present. So first is our simple present, or we call it present indefinite tense. First type is simple present or present indefinite. The structure for affirmative sentence is subject plus V1 means first form of the verb plus S or ES plus object. S or ES we always add with the singular subjects. Here are the examples like I go. Here no object is there or object is missing. He goes. Look here, he is singular subject, so we have used es with go and it has become goes. Third, they go. Now rule is there, or we can say structure is there to change this into negative. Now what will be the rule? Subject plus do, does plus note plus verb 1 plus object. It is for negative sentence. Do we use with plural subjects, does we use with singular subjects. Now let's study I do not go. Here it is I go. We have to add do not with it because I is first person and we use does with third person singulars. I do not go. He goes. Now we will use does with it. He does not go. He does not go. Second, present continuous tense. This is second type in present tense. Present continuous. Rule. Subject plus is MR plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. This is for affirmative sentences. Example, I am going. Is we use with third person singulars, am we use with only I, are we use with plurals. He is playing. They are going to market. Rule. Now rule is for negative sentences to change the affirmative sentences into negative. Subject plus is MR plus note plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. Verb 1 means first form of the verb. Examples. I am not going. Look here, it was I am going. Now we will use not after helping verb. So it has become I am not going. Second, he is playing. He is not playing. Third, they are going to market. We will add not after helping verb. So it has become they are not going to market. Third type. Our third in present tense is present perfect tense. The rule for present perfect tense is subject plus has have plus V3. V3 means third form of the verb plus object. It is for affirmative sentences. Let's read the examples. Examples. First, I have gone. Gone is the third form for go. Go, went, gone. He has finished the food. He has finished the food. Finished is third form for finish. Finish, finished, finished. They have finished their work. Now we will study rule for negative sentences, or we can say change of affirmative into negative. Subject plus has have plus not. We will use not after has or have plus V3 plus object. I have not gone. Look, I have gone. Where we will put not after helping verb after have. So it will become I have not gone. Next, he has not finished the food. They have not finished their work. Our fourth type in present tense is present perfect continuous tense. Let's study the structure. The rule or the structure for present perfect continuous tense is subject plus has, have plus been plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. It is for affirmative sentences. Sometimes we use since or for with these when any time is given, when time period is given. Examples: I have been reading the book for 2 hours. He has been dancing since morning. Now we will study structure for negative sentences. Subject plus has, have plus not plus been, where we will use not between has, have and been. Has not been, have not been, plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. It is for negative sentences. Now let's see. I have been reading the book, where we have to add not after have. So it will become I have not been reading the book for 2 hours. Second, he has not been dancing since morning. It is he has not been dancing since morning. I hope all of you have understood. If you have not, then listen to the video again. As you all know, after end of every lecture, I give you some homework. So it is homework for lecture number 5. Let's study. Let's read the sentences. The homework is you have to convert the sentences into negative. Okay, first, Amina buys her books from this shop. Amina buys her books from this shop. Second, good citizens obey all rules. Tabassum visits her grandparents on weekends. Ajit loves animals. Fifth, they watch the news daily. They watch the news daily. Sixth, he has left for Delhi. He has left for Delhi. Sheena has written a letter to her father. The mail has arrived. Ninth, I have been living here for 5 years. I have been living here for 5 years. 10th, you have been working since morning. 11th, he has been learning. 12th, she does her duty. 13th, she has taken all my money. 13 is she has taken all my money. 14th, she is coming here to meet you. 15th, they are making a noise. They are making a noise. Now you have to convert all these into negative according to the rules. At the end of every lecture, we do homework solution of previous lecture. Now, this is homework solution for lecture number 4. The lesson, The Will of the Merchant. In this, I told you about a person who put a strange clause in his will. Now, let's do the solution. I gave you 4 questions. Now, let's look at the answers. So, this is Class 5 homework solution for lecture number 4. In that, I gave you 4 questions. Let's study first question. Where did the merchant live? The merchant lived in Egypt. Where did merchant's son go to study? The merchant's son went to Greece to study. The merchant's son went to Greece to study. What did the merchant's son like to do? What did the merchant's son like to do? The merchant's son liked to read books and learn new things. The merchant's son liked to read the books and learn new things. Okay, tell me, what was the name of the son? What was the name of merchant's son? The name of merchant's son was Abdul. Question 4. What was the name of his father's best friend? What was the name of his father's best friend? The name of his father's best friend was Bashir. Bashir was the man to whom Abdul took the will, and he showed and asked him for a solution. And then Bashir asked Abdul to read the last line carefully. There was a clause, and after reading that clause, Abdul came to know about the wisdom of his father, and after that Abdul was happy. So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you, students.